Hi there guys, I'm back again to show you a cutout and quick assembly method that I'm using to go along with the new St. Charles mask pattern and the strip technique that I showed you in the first video. So what I have here is 2 yards of 60-inch fabric, and I figured out if I laid it out this way with them 7 inches across, 8 inches tall, I could get 32 mask sets cut out of this. So I'm going to really quickly use my roller cutter and a straight edge to cut these all out, and then we'll move on to the mask assembly. So after you've used the rotary cutter, there's going to be some spots along the folded edges where you'll need to cut that fold. And you go through all of those and you end up with 2 sets for each square. So the top edge of the St. Charles mask, where they have the opening, most folks are going to be able to just fold that over and there's going to be a raw edge. I have a serger, so what I'm going to do is serge the 2 top edges. So I snipped these 2 pieces apart, and the way I'm going to do my masks are going to be, instead of 2 alternating colors, I'm going to do one, so the inside of the mask is the back side of the fabric and the front is the pattern. So I'm going to set these pattern face up on both pieces and get ready to move to the next machine. One of the things I do when I'm going to have to measure a bunch of things over and over is I use a little bit of washi tape on my sewing counter and I mark. So what I have here is the opening size of the 3-inch St. Charles mask for the top. So what I can do is I take my fabric and I lay that down centered and I mark my start and my finish. After a while, I will sometimes use the washi tape to mark on my machine start and finish spots so that I don't have to actually mark each one. So what you do, you get started here, fabric of course face up. They said it was about a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So making sure my pieces are lined up, start sewing, and then backtrack there, down to the corner. Make sure everything is still lined up. Reaching my mark and backtracking there to reinforce that opening. Last of the threads off from the first round of sewing, and I'm going to turn this bad boy inside out now. So I've got it turned inside out. I've got my edges folded in for that opening at the top, and I'm going to iron this real quick. Both sides. So I have the reverse of the fabric on the inside, and the front of the mask will be the print. Okay, so again with the washi tape marker, in repetitive sewing, I would do all of these steps one after the other and get an entire stack similar to this one here that has the first stage of strap attachment, so that I'm not just doing this one after the other through all the steps. I would do all the cutting, all the ironing, all the sewing around the edges, all the serging, and then get to the point where I'm marking all of them. So this first mark lines up with the opening for the St. Charles mask here, and then it has 2 marks for each pleat all the way down to the bottom. So what we're doing here is we're just going to mark 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then okay, so I have the pleats marked starting from the top where the opening is. I have the 2 marks for the top fold, the middle fold, and the bottom fold. I sew these one side at a time. I don't try to iron them or get them pleated beforehand, just because that takes a little bit of time. So what I do first is I pinch and fold down that top marker, and then I hold my thumb and I fold over that bottom marker and I get that first pleat in, and then I set my machine down here and I just right on the very edge, so I'm catching, and I start that, and then I fold and pinch down and get that next pleat in there, and I fold that one down. I sew through this first top pleat before I get that next one put in. And then I go back in reverse. And voila! The first phase of the mask face is done. So I straightened out all those pleats. I'm just going to iron that real quick. I would do this again with all the faces that I finished ahead of time, so that I was doing one task at a time. But since this is for demonstration, I'm just doing this one. So we have our mask here, and we have some of the straps that I made a couple days ago. So the way I do these is I make sure I know where my center is. So I line up my center, give it a little pinch so I can kind of see that spot. I open it up, hold my thumb on the center, and then I kind of guesstimate. Right about there looks to be the center for me. And so what I'm going to do is slide this guy in here, starting up at the top, and I'm going to stitch down to the bottom, and I'm going to stop and pull that out of there. Then I'm going to flip this guy over. I'm going to grab another strap. And I'm going to, again, center that with a basic estimate there. It's pretty easy to eyeball. Start, sew that on the other side. So now we have the front of the mask with the straps attached. So this is the stage that this big pile is in, because I do them all at once. So the way I will tackle this is how this goes. So all these little threads and things from sewing, leave those until the very end, because it takes a little bit of time. You can just snip them off when you're all done. So what I do is I flip that mask face down, I fold this over, lining it up with the edge of the bias on the other side, and I bring this underneath here, and again I just start stitching. When I get to the bottom of this connection here, I'm going to backtrack a couple times just to reinforce that, and then I'm going to grab this strap and I'm going to stitch all the way down it. And as I get close to the end, I take the very bottom, I turn it in about 1/4 inch, and then I fold it back over, and you've got a finished edge. And I take that guy, I sew under here, I come down, twist it around, and sew a couple stitches across the bottom. And then I have one side done. And then I take that same strap that I was working on from the other side, and we've got it double reinforced here, and this is just where we started sewing on. So we're going to start again in that corner and reinforce that a couple times, and then sew down and get to the bottom, fold it over, stitch it through, turn, stitch a couple times. And one side is done. So I hope that helps. doing it in masks where you repeat one step over and over, it allows you to get a little bit faster with each one. So that was my tutorial for how I quickly put together masks. I just realized it was upside down. Here's the opening at the top, and we have one strap attached. I just need to fold this over and finish sewing that down on either side, and I will have one done. So good luck to everybody out there sewing, and I'll be dropping these off tomorrow once I get the rest of these straps attached. Thanks, guys. Be well.